myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt. Oh, yeah. You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, first of all, I like to welcome everybody to Tough Love. I am your host, Mario J. We have a magnificent lineup. A magnificent lineup. I'm telling you right now, we're going to have the tough conversation, and I had to pull in some VIPs. I couldn't do it by myself, Lord. I couldn't do it by myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you guys to Tough Love. I am Mario J. I'm going to let these magnificent women introduce themselves, and we're going to get right into it. Ladies.
All right. Mario, your sound went out. We can't hear you anymore.
I stopped talking. Listen, I stopped talking. So y'all can talk.
We can hear you. Okay. We can. Okay. Well,
go ahead.
I can hear you now.
Oh, bless your heart.
All right.
All your life, you had to fight. All your life.
Well, my name is Kelsey Danielle, the relationship coach, and I'm excited to be a part of the Tough Love podcast today as we bring you some exciting information. You can find me on all social media platforms. You can find me as Kelsey Danielle on Facebook, on Instagram, and I'm so looking forward to talking, getting to know you all today.
Peace and blessings, everybody. I am the Petite Powerhouse relationship coach and podcaster, Miss Allison Denise. I am honored to be here this afternoon, and I'm grateful that Mario has already seen how I operate. So there won't be any surprises with any of my responses this evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks to all of those from the Allison Denise camp who check us out now and on the replay. You can connect with me on Instagram and YouTube under I am Allison Denise. You can also find me on Facebook with the same name. And don't forget about the Allison Denise podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter under the same hashtags.
That's what's up. That's what's up. First of all, ladies, I appreciate you guys taking time to show this little podcaster, this vlogger, some love. Thank you very much. Thank you. I put on a brand new pair of socks for you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I want to get right into this thing. I don't want to delay. Hopefully it's not too much lag on either end, but we're gonna get right into this real quick. Here is the first question that I got sent to me, or whatever the case may be. Why is it important to place blame after professional and personal relationships end? Now, I want to tackle this myself real quick, but I normally do that. So I think I should give the ladies the opportunity to tackle this first. What y'all want to do? Let me know.
Well, go. It's up to you. Got to tackle it first. Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
Wait a minute. Don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my mama.
Okay.
I feel like you was talking about my mama. Hold on. So I feel like it's important. I feel like it's important to place blame is because nobody wants to feel like they're wrong. You know, we're in an ideal society where everybody has to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking it how I talk it, I walk it how I walk it. You know, I'm a savage, I'm a boss, and whatever it is that I do, I'm unapologetic. So it's easy and it's very quick to ordain who's wrong in a situation. And a lot of times we don't do self-reflection. So a lot of times it's going to be deflecting and saying, you are wrong, I am right. And that empowers me to go on about my business. What y'all think?
I totally agree with you from that perspective, completely 1000%. We want to feel vindicated. We have to feel we was right. And we even go as far as to get an amen corner around us and not telling the full story. Because as we all know in life, from my perspective, there are three sides to every story. It is what you say, It is
Right.
what the other person says, and in the middle of that is the truth. And there has to be some accountability on your part as well, because no relationship fails or ends without you having to play a role in it as well. And that's why I agree with you 1,000% on this, Mario, on what, because you got, it's just inner feeling of us wanting to feel so much vindicated that I'm absolutely right about this particular situation.
No doubt. I definitely agree with you. I agree with you. Uh-oh, we got the ringer. She ready too. She's ready. You saw I like you, Daddy. Come here. Come on.
I was just listening, minding my own business.
Is that what you were doing, Allison? You was minding your own business?
I was just minding my own business and listening.
Come on. Let me hear what you got to say. I'm interested.
Okay, so I do not discount that there are people who like to play victim. I don't discount that there are people who don't want to be self-reflective. I do tend to speak from a different mindset when we talk about things like this, though, because I'm not one who believes that every situation, every relationship isn't broken up by two people. And I think that a lot of times society is so focused on hearing good advice and thinking that that is a blanket statement that they don't pay attention to the fact that there are going to be other situations. If I left because you were beating the hell out of me, I don't have ownership in that. Right. You chose to put your hands on me. I chose to leave. That's it. If you cheated, I don't have ownership on that. We could have both been unhappy. There could have been a communication issue. There could have been a lot going on. But you deciding to pull down your pants, your drawers, and put your penis in another woman, that's on you. I'm not going to take ownership for that. And so I think that there has to be a balance between people not wanting to be accountable and then people being forced to say that they have to play a role in someone else's decision. So when we're talking about, why do people feel the need to blame? A lot of it is part of the healing process. Sometimes you don't get to the point of maturity until you point fingers. Sometimes you have to say, will you? And after a while, after you get that hurt out, that validation that both of y'all brought up, now the healing can take place. You can say, okay, well, I know I didn't like what he or she did, but there's a chance that I could have blah, 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 blah. But if you're on the receiving end of the hurt, the last thing that you want to be told in the middle of that pain, which people tend to ignore, the last thing that you want to be told in the middle of that pain is, well, what was your part? You don't want to hear that when you can't, get out of bed without crying, when you're trying to figure out what to do to get through the day. It's a process. Some people never get through that process. They find the amen corner and they're never wrong. But there are some people where that's just part of their healing and they do eventually move through that.
Okay. Oh, listen. I got some ringers in the building.
That's great. That's a great perspective
in the building. Y'all gonna make me comb my beard out messing with y'all. Y'all gonna make me comb it out. I wasn't gonna do it, but y'all gonna make me comb it out. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, something very special is happening right now. You are getting insight to a deep conversation, the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to relationships. I actually have Miss Green in the building. I just dropped the link, Miss Green. Hit the link if you want to join the panel. We would love to hear from you because actually her post is what spearheaded this conversation. I may be damaged, but I'm not toxic. Mm-hmm. And for me, I really thought deeper into that situation. But I was like, yo, we gotta talk about that. So again, I dropped the link. Hit the link if you want to join the panel. I'm going to go to the next question. I think that we elaborated on the first one very well. So we're gonna go to the next question or whatever. We're doing pretty good. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud. Okay, here we go. Boom.
I'm so glad you are proud of us.
Why do people tend to lose themselves in relationships? Are we keeping the same order? Or are we switching it up? Are we keeping the same order? Or are we switching it up? What y'all want to do? I'm about that life.
I think she just switched it up.
I just I said, go ahead, Allison, because that's a hot one right there. I'm coming right behind you, though. Go on.
Okay, I go last. I'll just be here. I'm just here. It's tough love, but I'll be here. Tough love for me. I got it. Go ahead.
Okay, why do people tend to lose themselves in a relationship? So my perspective is it's not until people get in a relationship that the truth comes out. A lot of people say, I'm fine by myself. I'm enjoying my own company. A lot of people say that, but the truth comes out once they get in that relationship. I've had sisters who were emphatic all over social media that they didn't need a man. They were happy by themselves. And then the minute they got in a relationship, that's all their social media turned into. Me and Bae went to do this, and me and Bae went to do that. And it's like, okay, you just lied. You wanted a man the whole time. Just tell the truth. Because like, we don't know anything else about your life now. So I don't think people lose themselves when they get in a relationship. I think the truth of how badly they wanted that relationship comes out when they get in it. If they were sincerely fine, they're going to add that to what they already discussed. But if they were really just longing and secretly hoping and putting themselves on hold and all of that other stuff, then you're going to see the proof of that when they disappear after they get a man or a woman.
Okay. Look at you Googling information. Look at you Googling. Girl,
I can't.
That was good. I'm proud of you. They released you from jail. You ran straight to the podcast. I was like, let me say something. No, that was tight. I like that. All right. Oh, we got somebody else. She ready. I know she's ready. Come on.
Okay, so from my perspective, I will say this: we end up losing ourselves in the relationship because we want to be so involved in a particular individual. We want them to like everything we like. We want them to be about us. We want to make sure that we make them happy, and not focusing on the fact that happiness does not come from the person. It comes within yourself. You need to come to the relationship already happy and whole. That person trying to make them happy and do all those things and focus on their ideals and what they want. And for example, I like football. He might not like football, but I'm gonna go over here and do it anyway. Versus or he might not like to go to the mall shop with me and stuff, but I'm forcing him to come on over here and go with me anyway. So we're losing our individuality because in a relationship, you will do that if you do not focus on the things that make you happy. And that is my perspective. A lot of times we put all that focus into the relationship and we end up and then when the relationship is badly, then we're like, what to do with ourselves. We stop doing all the things we love. We start reading books. We start doing the things that attracted the said person in the first beginning, because now we started about ourselves and stuff. And that's where the self-care and self-love come into play, where you do love yourself. I tell people all the time, fall in love with you. And that way, when someone else comes into a relationship, they're just an added value to the relationship. And that's not all of the relationship.
No doubt. So listen, wait. Do y'all see how they trying to make it difficult for me right now? Do y'all see how these women are trying to go on this show and embarrass me in front of my audience? I'm gonna be over here.
Oh my God.
They giving her all this good advice, and now I got to dig down deep. I got to pull out the awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, what they're saying is exactly right. I do believe that it is about consistency. I think that when we first meet somebody, we put on this facade, right? And a lot of people put on this facade to where the point is like, okay, well, now that I already got them, we've already been sexually active, shit. Some people have already moved in together. It's a lot of things that happen within that first 30 days. That honeymoon phase, that thing where everything is butterflies and strawberries and all that shit. Now, you got to keep that facade up. You got to keep that facade up. You came into the relationship saying you was a freak. You got to keep that up, right? You came into the relationship holy and sanctified Christian. Now you got to keep that facade up. I think what happens is people say, I am tired of keeping this facade up. I'm going somewhere. Stay with me. I'm tired of keeping this facade up, but I'm going to do it because I don't want to be by myself. So whatever it is that you met me as, I'm going to keep it up. But it becomes tiresome. And because it becomes tiresome, people become resentful of you. Not because you're doing anything to them personally. It's just the fact that they want someone in their life. You've come across as such a magnificent man or woman, and they have to do the things to keep you in their life, and it becomes tiresome. So what happens is while they're focused on one thing, they lose everything about them. That's me. I'm just saying. I had to do it because they think they're going to get me. They're going to get me.
I like your answer, though. I like your answer.
Thank you. Thank you. Try Jesus. I want you to try Jesus. Don't tell me.
Try Jesus, but not me.
Ladies, y'all doing a phenomenal job. For real. Y'all going to put me out of work. Y'all gonna put me out of work. For real. Y'all gonna put me out. This is a good one, though. This is a good one. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't even say this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching this, I put the information to these ladies inside the chat room. Please go to subscribe to their channels. Please follow them on whatever platform that they are on. These ladies are phenomenal. I had some other people that I wanted to join the platform. I got some people that's going to come up a little bit later. But please, everybody that you hear speaking tonight, they're going to speak from their perspective, their point of view, and they're going to give you the raw, unapologetic, real truth. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this next one for y'all real quick. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what are the 3 most important things that need to happen after a bad breakup?
Ooh. Ooh.
Bless your heart. All your life you have.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on in line. Let me go ahead and jump into this.
I don't mind. Go ahead.
Okay. What are the 3 most important things that need to happen after a bad breakup? The first thing you need to do is heal. You need to heal. You need to do some self-reflecting. You need to go in a corner and journal or whatever works for you and heal completely. Because if you do not heal, you will end up taking all that hurt, pain, all those things that you don't want to, and impose that onto the next relationship. And number 2, in a part of that healing process, you need to take a self-reflection of yourself. So this is my number 2, a self-reflection of you and the choices that you made in that particular relationship. So good, bad, and different, what you did right, what fell apart, what all those things, you need to do all that. And number 3, you don't need to listen to your girlfriends every 5 minutes on girl or boyfriend on what they would do. That ain't helping you.
You know how to
that shit ain't helping you.
You about to break up some relationships.
Right. Yes, these people probably don't finna tell you, oh well, I wouldn't have done this, or no, don't listen to what they gonna say right now, because you have to heal. No, you can't be sitting over there listening to what Susie Mae and Trisha Ann had to say, or even Bobby Joe. You have to you got to get yourself together, because what they may have tolerated, you may cannot, because every individual is different. So you gotta heal, you have to reflect, you have to do all those things. You can't at the end of a bad relationship, you gotta take that time, period. No questions asked. And that might and what that might look like, that might look months, 6 months. No, it might look like a whole year. And that's perfectly okay. But you have to take the time and don't just jump into the bed with the next one, the rebound thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go out here just having sex and doing all sorts of everything when you're not ready. You're not ready. That was a bad relationship that affected you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You got to take the time for yourself.
Good point. All your life. All your life. All your life.
All my life I had to fight. All my life I had to fight.
Okay. We got some more in the building. Here we go.
Okay, is it my turn?
It's your turn. I gotta go.
Okay. All right.
Fighting in these streets.
So my step one is complete and total cut off. You gotta completely separate from this person. I am a big proponent of no contact. You delete them from the phone. You delete them from social media. You block them, not necessarily for them, but for you. So you don't do that trolling shit. You block them from email. You do whatever it is you need to do, because here's what people don't understand. When you have really been hurt, when the breakup was bad, if it wasn't a toxic breakup, it had toxic stuff in it. When those things happen, you have got to put yourself in a cocoon for a little while. And we got to stop this narrative that says that you're not mature if you're not friends with your ex. I'm not friends with any of my exes. I don't wish them well. I don't wish them hell.
I don't wish you well.
I don't wish them well. But see, here's my reason.
Air high five. Yeah.
Allison, I'm taking that cry. I don't wish them well. I don't wish them. I'm big shit.
You like I may be a little old school in my way of thinking in this area, but I'm thinking strictly as a woman who dates men. And one thing, whether we as women want to acknowledge it or not, when a man is truly into you, even the man truly into you is going to be somewhat territorial. And my opinion is the man that is meant to stay doesn't need to see old piss around my front door. So I'm cutting all that off. We don't need to be sitting across the table from other people that had me screaming and hopping and bent over just because we cool now. I don't operate like that. So when we talk about the steps to healing, all of that is why you want to do a complete cutoff, because here's the thing. If it turned out that bad, that tells me there was a history of roller coaster and up and down. Mm-hmm. And we don't understand that we get addicted to that drama. So if you continue to have the ability to reach out to them, or you keep giving them the ability to reach out to you, you just keep starting the cycle over. You never get over it, because as soon as you start to feel a little bit better, that connection is still there. It's like they smell your happiness and you're right back out.
Sure do.
So you gotta do a complete cutoff. They can't get to you. You can't get to them. Second thing is you have to cut yourself off from the dating world. I don't care how many friends tell you that the best way to get over him is to get under another one. I don't care how many people tell you that the best way to move on is to just go out there and keep dating other people. You got to understand that you are bleeding. I don't care if the bleeding for you looks like anger or you cussing him or her out or whatever. You now got people telling you to go out here and just start bleeding on everybody else who makes the misfortune of thinking that you might be a great person. Go sit the hell down and cry. Please cry, yell, scream, do whatever it is that you need to do, because the stuff is still in you. I don't care how cute the next one is. I've never felt this way before. You will in a minute, because this one's going to leave you. Because the one thing the energy is not going to allow you to do is act like you're fine when you're not. So cut yourself off from the person, cut yourself off from dating. Now you've made the necessary steps to heal. That would be my first step. You got to put yourself in a cocoon and you have to eliminate all temptation to avoid pain before you can actually heal. And the people who choose to do this don't need as long to heal as those who keep going back and forth, trolling social media, checking emails. Well, maybe we can just talk one more time. Well, maybe I can just go on this one day. They don't need all that time to heal. They shut all that down.
No.
They shut all that down. They're like, nope, I'm gonna sit over here and hurt until I don't hurt no more. So those are my three.
Right.
So you guys before this show got together and decided
We actually did not.
everything that he was going to say out the way.
We actually did not. I did not meet Miss.
I cannot.
You got me over here clutching
You
my
gonna
pearl.
go on my show and act a fool. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna embarrass me after Christmas.
I mean, you invited us. I'm just
You
saying.
did. You invited us.
Oh, now he can't hear us.
I'll tell you what.
You're
I'm still gonna try this though. I'm still gonna try. First of all, ladies, you are giving excellent examples to women and to men in regards to certain situations. I love it. I love it. Let me try this right quick though. I believe that if you are in a situation like the question outlined, I believe that you need to develop new hobbies. You need to develop new hobbies. Whatever you used to do, change that up. I want you to go to yoga. I want you to go to draw pictures. I want you to go to museums. I want you to do something different, something you wouldn't normally do, but it strikes your interest, and now you're going to take the action to do it. A lot of the things that you guys said I got to pull in as one of mine, of course, shut down your social media. Retract yourself. Take the time and reset. Get to know yourself. It is time to say, you know what? It's healthy to get around positive people. It's healthy to get around positive people that's going to encourage you, not to get up under somebody else, not to go to the strip club, not to say, okay, well, we're gonna drink our sorrows away, but to think and reflect about what did you do in a relationship that may have caused it to fail. Of course, if it was an abusive relationship, that is not your fault. But sometimes you can bring some elements to the relationship where you can help the relationship fail. So this is a time when you can sit back, relax, and self-reflect on your own, or you got a positive, you know what I'm saying? You got a positive support system that's going to help you. I like this. I like this. I only gave 2 because I feel like the third one, to me, honestly, it's about not listening to the naysayers. A lot of people go to social media with their relationship details or whatever, and a lot of people are going to give advice. But this is one of the questions, so I don't want to give too much. But a lot of people give advice on what you should do, and I feel like a lot of people, since they don't know the details, it's hard for them to give you real advice. A lot of people only accept the advice that makes them look good.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to this next question. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job. Here's the next question. Let's rock with it. It says, how do we entertain or handle attention from ex's friends?
What kind of attention?
I think trying to get with them. Trying to get that boot pay.
Oh, I'll take this one.
friends.
Let me take this one. Please let me take this one.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand. Let me make sure I understand.
Andy, are you okay? Are you okay?
So let me make sure I understand. Meaning that they my ex and now they trying to get my booty.
They're your ex's friends, and they know that y'all broke up, so they trying to move in, whether it's a male or female.
I just want to make sure I understood correctly.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart for understanding. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go first.
I have been in this position twice, and at the end of my response, they have both apologized up and down, sideways, because I gave them the cuss out of their life. Let me make y'all understand something. Here's the thing. I'm not to be passed around. I don't know what y'all did before me, I don't know what y'all did during me, but the one thing that we're not going to do with Allison is, okay, well, he's done with her. Now it's my turn. Negro, it ain't your turn. Will never be your turn. Because what I'm not going to be is the topic of conversation when y'all sitting around drinking and smoking with your other friends. You're not going to sit around with me passing damn notes about, well, did you do this? How did she respond when you did that? Did she scream when you went here? Did she scream? Hell no. Hell no.
Did you scream or
Not
no?
gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So the 2 times that has happened to me, they got the cuss out of their life because I am not the one. There is never a reason. I don't care if you think you're in love with me. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to let time pass, or you just gonna have to say next lifetime. Go take it to Erykah Badu, move on with your life. But no, I'm not gonna run through no friends. Not gonna happen.
Okay. Wait a minute. This time,
I'm done.
wait a minute, lady. Wait a minute. You doing too much right now. You talking to your exes right now, and I don't appreciate you doing that on my show. Not this. She always do so, y'all.
You know, it's always one topic that gets me. It's always one.
Okay. We gotta hear from the other. We gotta hear from the other VIP. What you got to say? What you got to say, VIP?
First of all, Miss Allison done took us to church. She done already took us to church. There's nothing left that I can really say on the subject, but except these words: miss me with that bullshit. You not be coming over here. Because she said, and that's how she said it all right there. You can, what the fuck do it look like? You coming over here trying to talk to me, and you know I was just with him. We're not going to play these games and stuff with each other. And why do you think you have the opportunity is beyond my brain here. I have never understood male or female that do this type of behavior. That's that bullshit all the way. Again, Miss Allison and I already said it all for me rather, because I'm the same way. But miss me with the total bullshit. You cannot come to Kelsey at all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do something real quick again. I put the information to the VIPs. The VIPs are the guest hosts right now, where you can follow these phenomenal women. Please go follow them, support their page, support whatever it is that they're doing. Please go do that. I want you to support the Tough Love platform. I believe that we are growing, we are building, and we're having the conversations needed to be had, not only between men and women, but also to men, from men to men. Because I think it's important that we have a platform. But the fact of the matter is that with this right here, it says, how do we entertain or handle attention from exes? First of all, fellas, like this. Don't sleep. I know it's probably going to be easy, right? If you guys handle your business, you're probably going to be attractive to your girl's friends. However, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself in a predicament where, because it's low. You understand what I'm saying? Don't even put yourself in a predicament. I think I love what's been said already, so I don't want to expound too much on that, but just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of women that's probably in your city, in your town, in North America, or South America, wherever you live at. Just go out and find you some more fish in the sea. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself out there like that. Here we go. Let's move on to another question. I think they're gonna really like this one right here. Here we go. The comments is going crazy. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button and make sure that y'all share this program. Somebody need to hear this. All right. Here we go. Next question. Why do people work so hard on keeping their ex informed about their daily activities? Let's go. Uh-oh. What y'all want to do? Who gonna do this?
All right. First of all, that goes back to question, I believe, number 2. Why have you not blocked and moved these people out of your life in the first beginning? So it really goes back to what Miss Allison had already said in the previous comment. Why your ex is an ex for a reason. You don't need to inform them shit about what you're doing, where you at, keeping up with them. Again, why? why again, back to the point earlier, that you got them still on your social media. You still got their phone number and text message. You calling, checking up. What you doing? I was just calling to check on you. It's been a while. For what? Why are you overly concerned? That means to me that you working hard to be irrelevant in their life. Why are you working hard to be irrelevant in somebody's life that hurt you, did things to you possibly? Well, for whatever reason the breakup happened, it happened for a reason, and you're not together for a reason. So you're working overtime to make sure you're keeping them informed daily. For what? What again? Why? Because your need to still be in their lives like that. It's simple for me. For me, in my perspective, you just want to be in their lives. You haven't gotten over them. You want to do things. You want to help them, keep them so informed in your life so that if you find out any new information, you can still make adjustments on your side so you can show them that, hey, I want to be a part. I still mean something. I can do it too. I can do that. That's for this. And again, this is my perspective. This makes no sense. This is what I call toxic behavior. Now you're going into toxic behavior because now you have such a need to want to be a part of their daily activity every single day. You're checking. I wouldn't even be surprised if you're going as far as checking their social media, checking it if you were in good with their family. You're probably still checking in with their family, sister, cousin, brother, all that, just so you can be relevant in their lives when that should not be the case. That again, you're not healed. You haven't got past anything, and you still want to be important in their life, and you're not going to be able to have the healthy life that you need until you let that person go. Let them go. Like Frozen say, let them go. Let it go. Let it go. They're not checking up on you, but you doing all the checking on them. You need to go and heal and get over there and quit checking up on those people who don't care nothing about you.
I'm hearing you. Yeah. I'm going straight to the next VIP. Go straight to the next VIP. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So here's the deal. Deciding to keep your ex informed via social media of your daily activities is a very clear sign that either you were the one who screwed up or you were the one who didn't disconnect when the relationship was over. There is a reason I tell people to block. There is something about social media where you can think that you're fine. You can think that you're healing. You may be on your way to healing, and then you see their name pop up. And it's like you got to start all the way over again. Mm-hmm. So when you go as far as you want them to know all of these things that you're doing, here is what people who do that are thinking is happening, usually because they got some really low-level friends encouraging the behavior. What they think is happening is, I'm not even gonna say it's just a low-level friend. Some of y'all got to stop listening to some of these coaches that are doing nothing more than showing you how to manipulate people and instead of just letting people go. But that's another topic for another day. So what you think?
You call me when you're ready.
You better say it. You better say it. You better say it. You better say it, Allison. You better say it.
All right, come on. Come on.
So what you think is happening is, well, if I just show them that I've moved on with life, they're going to start to miss me, and they're going to start to wonder, well, man, he or she is looking great, and they seem to be happy, and they've lost weight, and they've done this, and they've done that, and well, maybe I do need to reach out to them again. That's what you think is happening. Let me tell you what is actually happening on the other side. They've either unfollowed you because they're sick of seeing you pop up on their page, they're on the verge of blocking you themselves, or they've just ignored you because they've moved on anyway. So what you think you're doing is not what is being conveyed to them. Mm-hmm. Let me pause here. Shout out to David and Trez from Allison Denise Camp. I see that y'all are in here commenting your butts off, and I appreciate it. No. What y'all think is happening is not what's happening. You have got to, that's what we have to start doing. I just talked to someone about this a couple of days ago in my own tribe. People, you have got to stop trying to manipulate other people. Mm-hmm. I know you may have loved them. I know you may have wanted to be with them. I know you may have had all of these amazing plans for where y'all were going. And it felt like as soon as those plans ended, it was like life stopped. And I get that. But you don't need to then go into a reader, finding a tarot card. Let me find this seance or that prayer, or let me do this affirmation. Look, if they don't want you, why the hell do you want them? It is that simple. Put that energy.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Alice, if they don't want you, then why are you giving them that energy? Why are you giving them
feeling herself? Why? She is feeling herself.
Why? I'm just saying, and I'm not telling you. Look, what y'all need to understand, the three of us, and I'm going off a limb and thinking I'm speaking for all three of us. They'll correct me if I'm wrong. We're not telling y'all stuff that we haven't done. We've made our own mistakes. We've done our own dumb stuff. Yeah. But we have gotten past that to help you not do the same dumb stuff. And this is common sense shit. If you don't want me, why the hell do I want him?
First of all, if you are not, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever you describe yourself to be, say it with me. You are hearing some phenomenal shit right now. You are hearing experience versus institutional knowledge, street knowledge, and just people knowledge. Let me give you my outtake because they trying to make it hard, but I'm about this life. You understand what I'm saying? Check it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a lot of people who say, I was with you. I shared my oodles and noodles with your ass. I took your punk ass to Waffle House. I invited your ass over, and I knew goddamn well I only had bologna in the refrigerator, but I wanted to be with you. Something happened. Something happened in the relationship where we went apart. And I want to remind you of the sacrifices that I made for your punk ass, whether male or female. That is what's happening, folks. I want to remind you of how good this is, whether it's the penis, whether it's the WAP. I want to remind you on whatever you're doing over there, it's not as good as what's happening over here. That's what happens when people say, I want to keep you daily entertained. I want to keep my name in your mouth. I want to keep my face in your face. I want to keep my number in your number. Mm-hmm. This is what happens. So people got to understand that everybody is not empowered by this whole I'm just going to leave you alone and block you situation. People want to show the fuck out. They want to say I'm a bad mother, and I know I am. Fellas, if you was putting her legs on top of her shoulders, correct my hat real quick. If you was putting her leg and you was handling your business. The headboard, the shit was shaking. Ladies, if you were just riding the Mexican fajita off of his ass, I'm saying right now, you want him to remember that because it's a part of you that don't want to let that situation go. And I understand it and I respect it. However, if that situation is toxic to you, if that situation has a certain level of narcissism to it, where it's not benefiting to you, then you have to let it go. And that's what these ladies are letting you know. This is what you need to do. But I'm glad they broke it down. This is why people do what it is that they do. Because they're not ready to let go. They want to let you know that, hey, they WAP was the WAP. They penis was the penis. They put it down. So I get it. I understand. But sometimes it's better to let go and let God. We going to the next question. I'm not playing with y'all. Hold on. Come on. I need to get an assistant. I need an assistant, y'all. Like this, I gotta do a lot of work in this motherfucker. Like for real, like seriously. Okay, here we go. Kevin is in. Hold on, let me see. Kevin, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
What's going on, brother? I just put the next question up here just now. I want to hear your outtake on it. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Hold on. Here we go. The next question. Do different races handle breakups differently? I want you to tackle this, Kevin. I know you just jumped on here. I hate to put you on the spot, but this is tough love, goddammit. Do you think different races handle breakups differently?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Do I think different races handle breakups differently?
For
Ooh,
sure.
that's a good. I've never heard that kind of question
I
before.
know. This is tough love, goddamn it. I'm using all these. You see,
I think,
I'm
I
doing
think, I think they do. I think, and I hate to be general, but I think, unfortunately, with Puerto Ricans, they kill you. I think, I think with, I think,
Bruh,
I'm going on mute.
I'm going off the air, motherfucker.
I think with black people, I think with black people, I guess like depending on a lot of factors, I think women tend to be very I don't know, man, like women could either be either devoid of emotion or they can be psychotic to the point where they're stalking. Black dudes tend to, for some reason, if they break up, like they're in their feelings, they call a female a bitch or whatnot. I didn't want you anyway. They start using that type of terminology. Asians, I don't know. I've never really been around Asians, any type of Asian for real, and seen them break up. But generally speaking, they tend to be married for a long time anyway. Like they don't they don't do that hookup culture thing. Same thing with Southeast Asians as well, like East Indians. I don't think they just hook up and break up either. I think like hooking up and breaking up is more of a white and black culture, like more westernized as well. I think a lot of times with other groups of people, they're not getting together to just fuck. They're getting together to, for the most part, have a family.
Okay.
But no, I don't really know.
Okay.
Details.
I'm gonna give these ladies a chance
Yeah.
to come back after you and say something, brother. Come on. What's up? What's going on, VIPs? What's up?
Kelsey, you want this one?
Go ahead. Well, I'll go ahead and
go ahead.
I do feel that I do feel we do different things differently than we tend to do. And since we're going to talk about, I do agree. I don't young gentleman's name here, but I do follow what he's saying differently, and I think it's more about the culture thing and how they were raised and how they have. But that's also with us as well, because even in the community, we grew up seeing certain things, and therefore we tend to handle those things in the same manner. I think the basis of any breakup, it always goes back to the individual person, the healing of what you need to do, move on from the breakup.
Okay. No doubt.
So I'm gonna take a bit of a serious spin on this one.
Okay.
So I definitely agree with what Kelsey said about it being part of the culture, and I just want to expound on that. Different races do handle breakups differently, and it's been my experience that it breaks down to how they have seen relationships handled in the past versus their belief that they will eventually find the right partner. So here's what I mean. If you have, and again, we know everybody knows we're generalizing. We know that there's exceptions to what I'm about to say. Typically, if you are in a situation where, let's say, a group of people is finding out that their job is shutting down, generally speaking, Black people are going to handle it better than white people, because Black people are used to struggle, and we're used to figuring it out, and we're used to okay, well, I guess that means we got to do A, B, C, D, and E now. So with that mindset, this is one reason that, and I hope that brothers are listening as well. I want my sisters to hear it too, but here's the deal. White women and men don't have the same reaction to breakups because they have proof that there will always be another one. To Brother Kevin's point, I've also had experience with those in the Asian culture, and they don't handle breakups as easily, or they don't handle them as hard because in their mind, it's either going to work out or it's just meant for them to move on. And that's literally the mindset that they have. One of the reasons that breakups are handled or one reason that a lot of Black women handle breakups badly is because a lot of times we are representing a relationship that we haven't seen. We're in a relationship that we didn't see growing up. And I say we collectively. Y'all who know me, y'all know I grew up in a 2-parent home and all that other stuff. But a lot of my sisters don't have that story. So a lot of times the relationship to a lot of us sisters means more. It means, oh, I can attract someone. Oh, I can get someone to commit to me. Oh, I can get someone who wants to move in with me. Oh, I can get someone who wants to propose. Mm-hmm. And they put so much hope into that because they've seen it, but they've never experienced it, or they never saw it in their immediate families and had a thought that maybe I'm not going to have that. My auntie didn't have it. My mama didn't have it. My daddy didn't stick around. So maybe it's not for me. And they put so much hope into when it happens to them that when the breakup happens, it's not just the breakup that is causing the response. It's the hope being crushed. Along with the, is this the last time it's going to happen? Yeah. Because it took me years to get this. Is it going to take another few years for me to experience it again? Yeah, it's the hope, the frustration, the despair, and the discouragement. And that's why it's handled differently. Even with what Brother Mario said about, I want you to remember how good it was. Here's the deal. I've never seen a television ad for a Bentley. You know how good a Bentley is. Bentley doesn't have to advertise itself, and I don't either. No doubt. I haven't, men and women know what they brought to the table, and they don't have to advertise it because the person who did them wrong will always try to come back around at least twice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm done.
I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you have 3 phenomenal speakers who are at some point going to piss you off because you're not going to agree with their perspective. That's fine. This is tough love. This is about outlining whatever the tough conversation is. And that's what we do here. That's what we're going to continue to do. Check this out. So, do different races handle the breakups differently? Everybody's gave their perspective. I'm going to make mine short and sweet. I believe that to be true. I believe that some races are more militant than others. Will I outline those races? I won't. It all depends on whatever the standards and morals is of your particular race. I do know that Latinas tend to lean toward a different narrative. Caucasian people tend to lean toward a different narrative. Black people are so welcoming. We might say, oh, you better not marry this, you better not marry. But a lot of times our children or siblings, et cetera, they tend to venture out because they're so, one, spontaneous, adventurous, and they're so rebellious. A lot of Caucasians are too. But the fact of the matter is, it all depends on where you've grown up at and what you know to be true. I'm going to get straight into the next goddamn thing. Okay, here we go. How can sex complicate the next situation, a relationship? Let's talk about it. How can sex complicate the next relationship? Everybody like, oh, hell yeah, I've been waiting for this, goddammit. I've been waiting. I want this. You want me to go? I go first if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go first. Go ahead.
Okay, bless your heart. Right. Miss Gilmore in the building. Shout out to Miss Gilmore in the building, doing great things down in the area. So here's my thing. I believe that sex complicates the situation because here's the thing, man. I feel like it feels good to be wanted. It feels good to be in a situation where someone validates you. You know, and sexual activity, regardless if you know it to be or not, psychologically validates you. It physically validates you. It lets you know that whatever someone said about you that was wrong, that was inconsistent, that was unrealistic, it takes the time to say that right now, nothing else matters but you. And it brings you to a point where you have a certain level of understanding, a certain level of trust. Everything you know to be true, it's like, you know what, man, this person really feeling me. A lot of times we give people a blueprint to vagina and a blueprint to penis. We make it easy for them to access it because we're so busy telling them what our exes did. Then they know what not to do. They know what not to say. They know where not to take you. They know what not to wear. They know what to pay attention to. They know what to compliment you on. They know what level of consistency they need to have. A lot of people don't understand they make it easy for people, the next person after your ex, whether toxic, narcissist, whatever word you use, to get access to you. And they use that to get to the sex. And you give them your all because you're still in a mindset that when I lay down, I'm laying down with a person that I care about. Right? It's in your mind. It's just, you didn't turn off the fact that you love the person that you slept with last. All of that emotion, all of that energy, all that freakiness, everything that you've been putting on the other person, nine times out of 10, when you break up with somebody, within 30 days, you're putting that same energy into that new relationship, but that person did not put in half the effort. That's all I'm going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all go ahead. Do y'all thing. VIPs, what's up? What's up, VIPs? Anyone y'all want to jump on? Go ahead.
Can I jump on it?
You can broach it. Broach it, bro.
All right, Mario. So you already know about, you've seen my content before. You've been on my show. You know, it's very controversial. As much as we like to pretend that we're some highly evolved species, at the end of the day, we're nothing but an animal. We're some sort of an ape, and we have we function off of 100,000 years of modern human evolution. And you already know that I've spent this narrative that people follow, that men are,
Kevin, you sound like a robot.
Attached to women. What's that?
Kev, hey, do me a favor. Log off and come back in.
Okay.
Do that. I'm gonna let somebody else go. Cause that shit you saying, I don't understand what the fuck. I don't know what you saying, bro. I'm gonna let these ladies stab at it. Go ahead, ladies. She said we can't hear him. I know we can't hear him. Nope.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You want to go, Kelsey, or me?
Go ahead, Alvin.
Okay. So I think that sex can complicate the next relationship in 3 ways. It can complicate it if you have not allowed yourself to disconnect from the last sexual connection you had. So now what you're doing is comparing the two. Especially if the last relationship, if sex was all you had. So it can complicate things if you decide that now you want to try to get this new person to do what the old person did without figuring out what the new person is even into. I think it can also complicate things by that being the only thing that you do. If the two of you use sex to communicate, if you use sex to apologize, if you use sex because you're bored, if you use sex because you've run out of things to say, if you use sex because you're feeling like maybe this isn't working, but I don't want to be alone. If you're using it for any other purpose other than what's intended, you're going to complicate things because too many people use sex to stay in relationships a lot longer than they should. And that can definitely complicate your ability to have something healthy when you keep using something as beautiful as sex to make that a perverted thing to do. And the third way that I think sex can complicate things is if the two of you are just not on the same page. If you're wanting, if you're someone who likes, let's say you're someone who likes anal and you're dating someone who doesn't want to do it, you're now going to complicate things because all you're going to be thinking is, but I've been doing anal before her. I did anal before her. I got to get her to want to do anal because that's the only way I can stay. Only here's the thing. You don't have to have it. But if you feel that you have to have it and you keep putting yourself in situations where you're around people who constantly talk about it or constantly make you feel like it, you keep watching porn related to it, now you're going to have a level of resentment because you're with someone who is probably doing a lot of the things that you need done outside of the bedroom, and you're making sex such a big deal that you're about to lose the connection over one sexual act when she could probably like to do other things. Same things for women who, well, I need him to, he's going to have to, go down every now and then. Well, what if he doesn't like to? Now it's I know he has a job and a house, and I know he takes care of me, and I know he's honest and faithful, but, I need my pussy eaten every now and then. So now you complicating a relationship over one act. So I don't think that we have it, and we got to keep sex in perspective. And, that's one of the reasons I'm just real big on being careful what you watch and read and listen to. A lot of us are oversexed, and we're choosing to be oversexed because we keep watching it and reading it and listening to it and memorizing the lyrics to it. And we're grown and sexy. Stop it. Everyone that I know so far who uses grown and sexy is just saying that they have no control over their dicks or their pussies. No control. I'm grown. I want to throw it out there, so I'm going to throw it out there. And that's fine. No judgment. Do you. Just understand that you're making it more difficult to have a meaningful relationship if you never get past the sex part. So that's all I have.
So you're saying you're done?
I will say this much.
Are you saying you're done?
I'm done.
Okay. I got Kevin back in the building, y'all. I'm gonna let Kevin say his piece. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do your thing. Go ahead. I was gonna go male, female. Go ahead. But go ahead.
Here's my take on it. Sex should be the dessert, the icing of the relationship, the last thing. It shouldn't be your meat and potatoes, is my perspective. Sex should be in the proper perspective. And when you make your relationship about sex, it does complicate the whole entire relationship because that's your go-to for everything, sex. You can't even have a real decent conversation or communicate with it because now sex is so involved to where after that's done, you're late. Now you don't have anything to talk about. You don't have anything. You've made this be such a big factor. I always take the standpoint, if a relationship is built on sex, then that's not a relationship. That's a fuck ship. That's a total fuck from my perspective. So if you want a relationship, then should not be the premises of anything. That should be something you get to at some point, and that conversations you feel each other made it be okay level in the relationship.
Some people say it's okay with the fuck shit.
Yeah, I see that too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If you want, hey, look. Okay, so hey,
what? Hello, you can't start the
I'm gonna let Eugene say something, bro. How you feel about this question, man? What are your outtake on this question? I don't think Eugene can hear me. Can you hear me, Eugene? He said I can. I don't think he knows he's online right now. Hold on. Okay, let me get Kevin back. Kevin, what's up, man?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, bro. What you think, bro? Give me a spill, bro.
Okay, so you didn't hear anything I said before?
Not a damn thing, brother. Not a damn.
Okay. So on my channel, I get real gritty, real red pill, etc.
Gritty.
And, this is what I've lived by for years. We are products of 100,000 years of modern, human evolution, I guess, right? Supposedly that's when the first modern man came about. So we're functioning off of 100,000 years of modern DNA. Supposedly, I don't know. This is my opinion. This is what science says. We are as men are biologically inclined to be with younger women, particularly women who are not or who have not had as many partners as possible, particularly a virgin. I tell the people who follow me, relationships will always get complicated with the woman because she will be unable to pair bond with you the more sexual partners she has. And it doesn't matter. I beg your pardon?
You said pair bond?
Yeah, pair bond with you.
Okay. Okay.
That's why a lot of marriages are, if you do your own research, this isn't me saying it, but a lot of marriages end in divorce because of this reason.
I like the word pair bond, but keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the word pair bond.
Yeah, see, like I said.
You fucking saying, but pair bond, I like it. Go ahead.
Yeah, nothing goes inside of a man, so
right.
Unless you're, gay, but
right.
But we aren't emotionally attached to women through sex. Now, somebody can argue and say, men are, but not really. I can literally have sex with 20 women and then fall in love with one girl, the next day. Whereas women still have the residue of their previous partners. So the more partners a woman has is always going to compromise the next partner she has. It doesn't matter what they do in the bedroom. It's just going to compromise the relationship, period. In my opinion, I could be wrong though.
So 20 women, and you're saying, okay, you're saying I can have sex with 20 women and not be attached to none of them.
None of them.
If a woman has sex with 20 men,
she's mentally
there's a high percentage that she may be attached to one of them.
Well, no, what happens is that she's not attached to one, she's attached to all 20 of them.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that shit.
Yeah, you may not believe it, but just hear me out for a minute.
Go ahead. I hear you out. I just don't believe that shit. Carlos Wilson, shut the fuck up. I don't believe that bullshit.
So think about it.
I don't believe that shit. I know some savages, bro. Like they can go get it, like have sex, date you, go out on a date with you, have sex with you, and go out with the next person, and it's nothing. So it's hard for me to hear someone say that a woman.
Yeah, but would they get married?
Are they
married though?
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to finish your shit up, bro. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, 1, are they married? And 2, let's say for example, let's say she's been with 20 partners and she's not even 20 years old yet. That means that her sexual experiences are divided by 20. So that's what I don't know. So if she gets with you, your sexual experience with her will only be 5%. You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
It'll only be 5%. So she's only going to be able to give you 5%. Whereas if the other way around with a dude, like the whole reason why we want virgins is because if she's never been with anybody, if you have sex with her one time, that's 100%. Or if she's been with 2 dudes, that's only you and other dude, that'd be 50%. Her attention is not going to be on you the more partners she's had. It's just I've seen it, man, in my own life.
Yeah, but if I'm putting it down, why the fuck would her attention? If I'm the one, listen, I'm putting honey on her booty, and the honey is dripping from her booty, and I'm catching it with my tongue. Her attention on me. Her attention on me, motherfucker.
For the moment.
It's not for the moment, bro.
Yes.
Listen. This is the thing. This is the thing that I find interesting with motherfuckers.
Sure.
If you're not doing anything that think outside the box, if you're not really putting it down, a lot of men do not even have a woman mentally elevated like that. You dig what I'm saying? That means she ain't really feeling you. You haven't given any foreplay. You think that I'm gonna put my little penis in her and I'm gonna do some damage. But for the men that say, you know what, I got decent penis, I got goddamn decent conversation, I'm working the situation. You understand? I'm consistent in all regards.
But-
You're gonna be at a different level.
Mario,
You're gonna think about you. If you call
Mario,
me a simp, I'm gonna block your ass. I'm gonna delete your ass.
Mario. Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest.
Eugene
Okay?
said you want to tap in, bro. Come
Okay.
on.
I just want to ask you one
Eugene, say
question,
something.
Mario.
Yo, can you hear me, fam?
Would you spend $100,000 for a Ford Prius?
No, goddamn it. It don't.
Okay.
The
So what
Ford
I'm saying.
don't have a luxurious sound.
So what I'm saying is that the more partners, there's a lot of mental illness. There's a lot of mental instability. There's a lot, dude. Listen. You know what I preach on my channel, Mario.
Kevin, you act like you're the only one with education. Let me do
I'm
something.
not saying that. I didn't say.
If you have a woman, listen. If you have a woman that rides in 100 Honda Civics, stay with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to show y'all some alpha male shit.
Okay.
Hold on. And I like Kevin. He a cool dude, but Kevin he a little out there sometimes. But look, if you have a woman that rides in 100 Honda Civics, these shits is brand new off the fucking factory. They clean as fuck, right? Versus a woman that rides in one Bugatti. One Bugatti. You telling me she won't remember the one Bugatti? Motherfucker, I'm the one Bugatti.
That's what I'm saying.
If you don't carry yourself like that, there's something wrong, bro.
Okay, so I guess there's a Okay, let's let Eugene talk real quick, and then we go back.
Okay, cool. Eugene, talk to me, bro. Where you at?
Yo, can you hear me, fam?
I can hear you, big bro. What's up, man? Long time.
Already tapping in. Hey, I just hopped on the live stream. I'm trying to get updated, but I caught it when she said about the fuck shit. So that's where I'm at. What is the exact topic right now? Are we talking about the fuck shit?
Why the fuck y'all be hopping on the screen and don't know the fuck? Bro, listen, goddamn it. Let me scroll up, goddamn it. This motherfucker made me check my shit. Hold on. God damn, bro. I gotta go all the way up here.
If we on the fuck ship, I could go off of that.
No, listen. Friends and family may give the word. Is that no, that's not even it, is it? How can sex complicate things for your next relationship? Was that the question? Y'all gonna make me change the question up.
That was the question.
How can sex sex can complicate things if the sex is whack. You know what I mean? I know a lot of women think they got the wop, and but if it ain't on point, then that's what complicates it. But I disagree about the whole stuff that she was talking about, because you got to test drive the car before you buy it. And me personally, I cannot be in a long-term relationship or a marriage with a woman where the sex game is weak. So, I need to test drive what it is. And I mean that I feel like, from a male perspective, like, that's bullshit. Cause all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just be fucking my little fuck buddy on the side until you ready to have sex with me. So a lot of men might not admit that publicly or tell you directly, but that's always gonna happen. We're not waiting on you to give up the draws. That's not an option. And the only way that sex can complicate things is like a STD or something like that. But outside of that, if we having responsible sex, there's no way it's going to be complicating the situation, unless you got some whack ass sex, like you don't know how to suck dick, or you're just basic. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's complicated.
It's only fair that 3 men have been talking for the past 15 minutes. I'm gonna let these women talk so that we can get an understanding of what they're talking about too. Ladies, y'all go. The floor is yours, lady. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me jump get what and get or just said. You have, let me understand what you consider sex is if they suck dick, They can say they suck dick, they can't do this, they can't do that. So my question is,
Right.
did we have the conversation prior to the sexual act to determine what you like, what the male likes? Because I gotta be honest here. When anybody says whack sex, that means that we are not listening to each other physically, and emotionally when in the act. Because some women don't learn things some ways, and neither do men. When you say whack, it means not just be sexually compatible to you and what that they completely are whack all the way. It means that they just are not performing to the standards that what you may like. So that's where I am with that. I'm just saying sex. Are you bringing sex, or we saying that sex complicates the relationship? I also think that a conversation happened, and I do agree that you probably need to find out prior to being married on the subject of sex. I mean, because again, who wants to be married to someone for 20 years and physically attracted to you? Not physically attracted to you, but you're not in that manner. So when you say that, are we having those conversations off top, what we like and what we don't like?
Yes, I'm big on direct verbal communication. So, up front, we gonna talk. You let me know. I'm not into the anal thing, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. But if she said like, hey, you going a little too hard right now, you gonna have to take it easy because we just first having sex. I listen to what a woman tells me. And because like me, I'm more of a dominant male. A lot of women tell me they like to be choked, they want their hair to be pulled, they want their ass to be smacked. So yeah, I listen to them. I listen to them in regards to that. Yeah, I agree with that. But in regards to like the connection, and we gotta wait.
Okay, and that I appreciate, because a lot of people, yeah.
No, I'm listening to you. I
appreciate that, because a lot. I appreciate that, because a lot of times they don't have the conversation. They don't say, "Hey, slow down, stop, don't move. You're moving too fast. Knock the box out my pussy." All that. Some people don't say it and take it, or from a man's perspective, you're not telling us as women what you like and what you don't like. So everybody's just over here trying to figure each other out, and then it becomes what shit was whack. Oh, well, that shit that was some trash pussy. Whereas if a conversation would happen, I'll tell you something, I'm more of a sensual girl. I'm more of the romantic, the sensual girl. I do not want you banging my ass. You are not one over here. I don't want that. That's just not who I am. That's not me. And if I'm not the girl when you like all that choking and you like all that banging, then I'm definitely not gonna be the girl. You're gonna have to ease up on me about all that. Again, but it goes back to that person likes, and I do have Eugene for saying that. But you do ass, and that hey, complicate the relationship, and because if you're not compatible with each other, the shit ain't gonna work. Y'all get pussy sucking dick and ain't shit after shit.
Yeah.
Stop.
I agree with you.
I think all you motherfuckers off
What, Mario?
You some nasty motherfuckers. First of all, if you get an opportunity to have sex with this woman, I want you to go full throttle, okay? Teach her a lesson. Don't let her get on top love.
Hey,
that's exactly what you're supposed to do, brother.
Hey, Mario. Hey, Mario, can you hear me?
Listen, I don't want no problems, okay? I'm just saying. Look. Period, goddammit. Period.
Hey, Mario.
And win, goddammit. Win. I want you to win like it was, goddammit. At midnight that world gonna end. I got you. Win, motherfucker. Fuck that. We got to do this real quick. Because y'all, we gonna stick on this thing forever. I don't want to do that. I want y'all to answer this question right here because I got a very special panel right now. Friends and family may give you the worst advice and why when it comes to bad relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to answer that real quick. Talk to me. Friends and family may give you the worst advice when it comes to bad relationships, when it comes to breaking up. What are some of the bad advice that you received? Talk to me.
Yo, can I hop on that?
Yeah. Anybody want to talk? Come on, talk.
All right. Well, man, what in my based on my assessment, man, people take information from people that's not even qualified on the subject matter. A lot of people, man, they don't have a lineage or family, or so they're taking they're taking advice from their mom who's single, who's age 50, been through 3 divorces, and they're giving them relationship advice. So that's my 2 cents on that, man. People are just taking information from the wrong source. You should be going to speaking with a woman who's been married for 50 years or 20 plus years, somebody that's in a successful, healthy marriage. They should be speaking on that.
Okay.
And then one more thing real quick.
I tend to go the other.
Talk to him. Talk to him, Bob.
Then the rebuttal for the brother that's on here, the red pill guy, in regards to marriages, for the wealthy and the elite and top income earners, they have less of a divorce rate. I forgot exactly what you said, but wealth and economics they're in correlation. More of the bottom class of people, not speaking negatively about nobody, but wealth and marriage goes hand in hand together. So stop listening to advice from somebody who's homeless telling you how to flip a house. You know what I'm saying? They're not qualified. They're broke. Nobody respects that. If you're listening to somebody who's not qualified, that's just a losing rule to the money game. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. Ladies, what y'all talking about? What's up? Huh?
Here's my. I'm sorry, Allison. Go ahead, because I was lit a few minutes ago. I'm gonna need you to jump in because
Allison, come here.
Oh, Mario, I'm trying to be good, brother. I'm trying.
I don't want that. This is tough love. Give that ass some tough love. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, so
talk your shit.
Since you asked, all right. So I've sat here and listened to about 7.5 minutes of bullshit.
Oh shit.
So
it's Sunday school right now.
Shut your mouth.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
Number one, I know of a couple who have been married 30 years. They don't sleep in the same bed and they can't stand to be around each other, but you wouldn't know that if you didn't see them or if you didn't see them outside of the public eye. So the reason I'm bringing that up is one of the things that we have to stop doing, and we do it worse in the Black community than any other community. We always want to qualify people for shit that we don't have. We real quick to say, if you don't have this and if you don't have that, let me tell you what you need to have to give healthy relationship advice. You have to have a healthy mindset about a relationship. You have to not be bitter. You have to not be jealous. You have to not be envious, and you don't need a damn ring or a last name to do that.
Thanks.
So let me move on to the next thing.
Get them.
When we're talking about the men are predestined to be with virgins, so we're not gonna gaslight with me on the stage. We're just not gonna do it. We're not doing no gaslighting shit. Here's the thing. If men have a propensity to be with virgins, then why the fuck are you deflowering everything in sight until you decide that you want to get married? This is the part we don't want to talk about. You fuck her and you fuck her and you fuck her and you fuck her and you fuck them and you fuck them. Then when you decide that you want to get married, you got the nerve to say with your arrogant ass that you deserve a virgin. Any man who feels that way, let me be the first to say, fuck you. Your arrogance, your hypocrisy, and any other thing that you think is okay to have that mindset, because it's not. I don't have an issue with the fact that men and women are different. I don't have an issue with the fact that men and women see sex different ways. I have an issue with the fact that even with that mindset, men still walk around here thinking that because of the fact that sex is a need for them, that it's okay for them to fuck over every woman they're with until they find the one they want to be with. You know, another reason why relationships end because of sex, it's not always, here's the thing, sex is a sacred energy exchange. Sex is a connection, meaning you need to have a plug and an outlet. If both of those things aren't working, sex isn't going to work. Kind of like a plug in a damn wall. If the outlet is bad, it doesn't matter if the plug is good, there's no power. Flip the same thing. So we're over here talking about, well, if a woman is with 20 men and blah, blah, blah. No, that's not how we work. As a woman with a vagina, I can tell you that that's not how this works. What I can tell you is that there are multiple men who don't decide that they want to settle down until they got limp dick syndrome. That is another thing that will complicate a relationship. Yeah, out here spreading seed until you're 45, 50 years old. And the minute you wake up and the blue pill don't work, the gas station pill don't work, now your asses want to settle down. And to those men, I say, fuck you. Moving on to the information regarding friends and family who give bad advice. One reason friends and family give bad advice is because they think they're helping and they don't. Another reason that they're giving bad advice is because their asses are jealous because they see that you are doing what they wanted to do and they came up with all of these reasons why they couldn't. And now that they see you do it, they're playing backtracks.
Oh, shit. Oh,
they're having flashbacks.
Ooh,
they're doing all of these things. And now they want to see you as miserable as them, not because they sincerely want you miserable, but because they sincerely don't want to continue to feel regret.
Damn, fellas, where y'all at? What the? Where is the? Hold on, wait.
So what's not about to happen is any black man in my presence having the nerve to use some cockamamie bullshit to gaslight my sisters. It takes two to have sex. It takes two for it to be good. It takes two for it to be bad. And what we're not going to do is come up with some kind of pseudo synchronicity bullshit for why it's all our fault. I'm going to go on mute and I'm done.
Who's got? What's wrong with him wanting to have a virgin? That's his preference. That's his standards. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Women. You are still fucking other women.
So what? That's his preference.
Left.
Oh my God.
That's his preference.
You ain't listening.
If you really wanted a virgin, you would be.
Bro, get you a virgin, bro.
And you fucking
virgin, bro.
I can't listen. First of all,
no.
Can I say something? I want everybody to calm down, take a deep breath. This is my shit. Let me do my shit. First of all, ladies, I appreciate everything that y'all saying. Fellas, I appreciate everything that y'all saying. Again, I'm going to say this again as a disclaimer for people that's tuning in because y'all didn't like and shared. God damn it, I appreciate y'all. Let me tell you something. This is everybody's individual perspective. Okay, you ain't got to agree with it. You ain't got to like it. It's a fact that they are going to say what it is they feel that their truth is. I want you motherfuckers, if you feeling something somebody's saying, go and like, subscribe to their channels, follow their shit, buy their merchandise, support them. But for tough love, goddamn it, I want you to like and subscribe as well. We are going to go to the next fucking question because I feel like it's important. And these motherfuckers is not going to take over my show. Goddamn it. We're going to do this shit right now. Okay? I love what they're saying, but it's not a male against female type situation. It is a situation where we get an opportunity to talk together and say what we feel. This is what it is, y'all. Right here. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, who forgives more, men or women after a bad breakup? What do y'all think? Anybody want to jump on? Jump on. Let's talk to it.
Yeah, I feel like men, they're the more forgiving ones, man. I see, like, man, for example, I got a certain family situation and dealing regards to I don't want to bring up too much personal info, but the woman is his baby mom, and he already had to fight the other baby daddy. It's just a whole bunch of negativity, you know what I mean? And here you go, bringing this woman back over to the crib, and now he got another. Now he has a false accusation around him because he wanted to see his child. So man, if it was me personally, I would just take the L, have a relationship with my kid when I'm 18, and not even deal with this woman. But I feel like men are a lot more forgiving because of external circumstances, i.e., baby mama and the kids. So they forgive so they can be in their child's life. And I think a lot of men are failing with that. So that's my perspective.
Okay, I need a lady. I need one of the VIP ladies to say something right now. Let's talk. Come on.
I think men are more forgiving when they're in love with you. But yet beyond that, I think women are more forgiving.
Okay.
That women, because we forgive a lot of shit. We do. We forgive. We the type. And I'm going this from a relationship perspective. You have cheated on us. You have lied. You have done so many things to us, and we continue to deal with your bullshit and take you back. We give you that same hurt or that same thing. You all are up in your feelings and stuff. So I agree with Allison. If they're in love with you, yeah, women. No, because we deal with a lot of stuff. We're more forgiving.
Okay. Kevin, Eugene, what y'all think about that? What do you think? Who's more forgiving?
I think women are just forgiven based on circumstances, based on whatever whatever they living situation is. You know what I mean? Like if they got like 2, 3 for baby and they in the fuck on shit.
You went out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you. You breaking up. You might want to log off and come back, bro.
All right.
Kev, what you think? Can you hear me? You on mute. He on mute. Can you hear me? I see your lips moving, but I hear no sound though. Okay. Anyway, so who is more forgiving, men than women? To be honest with you guys, I know you all want a direct answer, and I appreciate you for that, but fuck all that, okay? I believe it depends on the individual, what they have known in their life. You understand what I'm saying? If they have had positive examples of how to reconcile, then those people will know how to say, okay, enough's enough. I've went too far, or this situation has gone too far. I believe it's not a sexual or orientation regards to a gender. I believe it's a person who's been around a certain level of structure, whether male or female. If you have people around you that are positive and know how to talk a situation out, know how to orchestrate a different level of anger down to trust and vice versa, I believe they will act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? You have men and women that will act a fool in public, men and women that will act a fool on social media, versus people that say, you know what, I'm not going to take it there. So I've seen both spectrums, so I can't say men are do more than women. I'm going to move on to the next question, goddammit. Y'all not going to stop me from achieving my goals, goddammit. I'm about that life, you dig? So I'm going to move on to the next question because I really want to get this shit in. Here we go. Goddammit. Stop playing with me. All right, here we go. What advice would you give your younger self about relationships? This is very important because I believe this will help empower somebody. So I'm going to let the VIPs, the ladies, I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. I'm gonna bring the fellas back on, but I'm gonna let the ladies go ahead and start. Ladies, if y'all can give me y'all advice, what advice would you give
What I would
yourself?
what I would give, the advice I would give my younger self is okay. It is okay to be the lover of love and the romantic that you are. It is absolutely okay to be that girl. If they have a choice to decide whether or not they want to accept you as you are and love you as you are unapologetically. I would also tell my younger self that it is okay, it is okay to be okay with the word no, a complete sentence. If it's not somebody you want to give that time and energy and space to, no matter what mama, no matter what sisters or friends or anybody else tells you, oh girl, he gonna do that stuff. If you're not comfortable with that, then no is a complete sentence. And it's okay to do that. You don't have to go along to get along.
Yeah.
You don't have to date certain at all. You owe it to yourself to be kind and loving to who you are and go for the gentleman that wants you for and that is going to be emotionally available to, and it's okay to be. You don't have to do what everybody else. You do what feels right for you.
No doubt. No doubt. Okay. All right. VIP, you got it. We'll get to the next VIP. Go ahead.
So when I was growing up, y'all see I have albinism, and I unfortunately had a couple of family members who told me at a young age that I needed to focus on education because they didn't think that there would be anyone who would want to marry me because I looked different. Mm-hmm. So as a result, I ended up dating well below my level, for lack of a better word, giving attention to gentlemen who would give attention to me. Now, luckily, I was raised a different way sexually, so it's not that I had pieces of myself spread out over these men, but I gave certain men more attention than I should have. So what I would have done or said to my younger self is, fuck your family, live your life, grow into who you're meant to be, and just know that the person that deserves you is going to come along and you're going to be fine. You don't have to keep practicing with these trash dudes.
No doubt. No doubt. Can I talk my shit right now?
You can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I got to do something special right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just had, I've seen my cousins, I've seen my siblings, I've seen people that I love and I respect on this live stream. So shout out and salute to y'all. Thank you very much. I seen people share and like this broadcast. Thank you very much. Shout out to all the VIP guests. Thank you. I'm gonna say something that hopefully resonates with you. What I would say to my younger self is slow down. It's gonna be all right. I'm a product of foster homes, juvenile detention centers, group homes, the projects, gangs. I'm a product of a lot of stuff, but I'm also a product of a lot of positive stuff. 20 years retired veteran, warrant officer, logistics officer in the military. So it's a lot of mixture of stuff. But the fact of the matter is that I feel like everybody needs a good support system. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs time to reset and make sure that they are wholesome with their self, that they are comfortable with themselves. A lot of people are not comfortable with themselves. They're not comfortable with getting relationships, going out on business ventures. They're not going out and expressing themselves. So I would say that this is a great opportunity with this pandemic to say, you know what, bro, tomorrow is not promised. And you actually see that tomorrow is not promised. The people that you love, you respect, you cherish, even your frenemies, the people like you cool with, but you not really cool with. You know? One thing about it is, it's like this pandemic has made people like, man, it's like what's really worth it? And at the end of the day, man, I hope that everybody finds some time to say, am I living my best life really, truthfully? And I'm hoping that you heard some tonight to empower you, to make you say, you know what, I really do. I really need to do better. It's a lot of men and women versus, and there's a lot of great, phenomenal women out there and great, phenomenal men. Find those people. Make those people a part of your everyday life. Make them people a part of your conversation, and get those people into the goddamn conversation in regards to saying, how can I empower my situation? If you suddenly have people telling you to not like black women, to not like women, to not like black men, to not like men, those people are not trying to empower you to do anything but segregate yourself. And that is dangerous. And that decreases your chance of reaching your success. That's real shit. For sure. For sure. Look, I got one more question and we gone.
Okay. Come on, give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to us.
We go. One more question. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be a good one. I think this is gonna be a good one. Somebody need to hear this. Jesus. Here we go. Bye. Okay, here we go. How does bad break co-parenting? I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let the experts talk. Y'all got it.
I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna get out the way and let my wonderful friend Allison tackle this, because I can only give it from people that I've seen. Because in my situation, I am married and me and my husband are not in a co-parenting situation. But however, I have seen the effects of it in other people's relationships. And when it affects the kids completely. It affects the children completely. The children don't know right or left because the parents can't get it together. They supposed to be co-parenting, or we're using the child, from my experience, as a weapon. As a weapon. Because I'm not with you no more, and maybe you're dating someone else. So now I'm gonna withhold the child from you having access to him until you do the things I want. Everything about what you was totally wrong. And it's very, very, it affects the child mentally and emotionally, and take it to a whole new level. The bad breakup should have been the breakup between you and that other human being person. It should not have anything to do with the children whatsoever. When it comes to the kids, people need to come together for the sake of the children and work out your meeting place, work out your child support issues. Other than that, nothing else needs to be discussed other than the child itself, and that's it. When the bad breakup happens, it is a clusterfuck throughout the whole thing, when you all are fighting with each other and you all are not listening to one another, and the child is a pawn in the middle of all of it, and it affects everything all around, and even affects you two as individual adults. It affects you two as well. Because there's no peace about the situation whatsoever.
Nice. VIP.
Okay, so it's my opinion. I co-sign everything that Kelsey said. I just want to add to it. It's my opinion is that bad breakups don't affect co-parenting. Trash people affect co-parenting. And what I mean by that is you have to understand the benefit to the two of you creating life together is that you have a part of you that will continue to live on. But in the beginning of that breakup, that's also the same thing that'll make you laugh will make you cry. Right. So what I mean by that is a woman has a child with a man. I don't care how many women try to find a way to make this not true. But most women who lay down and end up having babies with men, most women are not having babies with those men, expecting those men to leave. Now, I'm not going to say that they use the best behavior or the best judgment in who they chose to lay down with. I'm saying that their intent is that we are about to be a family, and women have a tendency to create stories in our heads until we have learned that that's not helpful. We have learned to create stories in our heads. Oh, we have this baby and we have this child and we're going to be together. And at some point he's going to marry me and he's going to love me because I gave him his child. He's going to love me. And then he promptly acts like she's not there, because one thing our brothers are taught are how to be good fathers, even by having a good one or not having one at all. But they're never taught how to be good partners. They're taught how to be good fathers. So the minute they become a father, they make the mistake of thinking that now that woman does not exist, specifically if he didn't marry her. So now that he doesn't think that she is as important, now he wants to have the photos on social media, and now he wants to do all these things to show that he's a good dad. But because he has devalued the woman who gave him the child, it means nothing to him to go out and screw around. So it's not just that the relationship ended, it's that he devalued her after she sacrificed her body. Her stretch marks don't go away. Those tiger prints don't go away. No, all that proof of that life that she allowed to be born and grow inside of her for you, those memories don't go away, and you threw her away like she was nothing. This is what I need men to understand. That woman's not bitter. She's pissed and she's hurt. And you promptly rewarded those emotions by not only moving on to somebody else, but having another baby within a year or 6 months at the same damn time. And you have the gift, which is seen as a curse in relationships. Men have the gift of being able to just logically walk away from things. Now, understand that's something that they need to have, because as the hunters, they can't let their emotions get in the way when they fighting lions and tigers and bears and shit and the government and jobs. They can't allow their emotions to get in the way. So understand it's needed. But brothers don't understand how to balance it out. They immediately run to logic. So because they're running to logic, they're logically trying to handle what is an obviously emotional situation. That's why she hits you in the wallet. That's why she hits you where it hurts. It's not because she's mad. It's not because she's trying to hurt you. It's because you've made it clear that you don't care that you hurt her. So to be fair, I will also flip it. You have some women who are just out here trying to have babies because that's what they've been told. Have a baby, get on child support. I don't believe in child support. I think it's the biggest rip. I think it's the biggest crock. And now that I've seen how it works, I'm definitely against it. Having said that, if you decide that you want to go have 5 more babies, or you decide you want to go have 1 more baby, brother, and you want to treat that one like she's better, please understand the love of a mother can turn very vicious if you push her to that point.
It can.
If you decide to tell this woman through your actions that another child is worth your money, but not the child you created with her, you damn right she's going to take your ass to court. Immediately, with no apologies, and you brought that shit on yourself. So when I say trash people create co-parenting issues, that's what I'm talking about. We have to learn, we got to respect the bond of having that child. Respecting that bond could be as simple as you're not going to immediately post a new chick on social media 3 days after you've broken up. Respect for that bond could look like, I know he hurt me, but he has been a good father. Even if I got to cry every time I see him, I'm going to make sure if he wants to see his kid, he's going to see his kid, even if it hurts me every time I look at him. I'm going to do it for our child, because at some point, my sister, it will stop hurting.
Are you ready for this tough love?
Yes. Right.
We got
you know what to
the side. Go ahead.
So here's my thing, and I'm just throwing this out here, and it wasn't a part of the question, but I see one of the comments that come up. Do you stay in the relationship because you have children together when you no longer love one another?
I don't. Listen. This is the difference between a regular show and my show. Hold on, wait. I really ain't really go in yet, but I need to feel because here's the thing. I let some guys on the panel, some guys that I'm accustomed to, some guys I'm not accustomed to, some guys are like, oh, hey, he's live, so let me jump on. Cool, no problem. But let me tell you this real quick. It's always a situation where society does a great job at banding us against each other, especially men and women, black men and women, etc. And I see this as a situation where we need to have a conversation. And the conversation is this. You women represent a lot of women who feel like you do. But I gotta represent the men. It's only fair that I do this.
Yeah,
okay?
That's true.
It's only fair.
That's true.
To disagree respectfully, right?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is this. There are a lot of women out there that are upset that the situation has dissolved because this man is no longer stroking their ego, stroking their vagina, and stroking their situation, period. That doesn't mean the man don't love their child. That means that this man is no longer in their reach. So they tend to do certain things. They weaponize child support. They weaponize his character as a man or weaponize his character as a father. We're going to do this shit. I'm on my focus right now. Here's the thing. The issue is that a lot of women, support systems, whether friend, foe, frenemy, naysayer, churchgoer, whatever, they never correct the issue. It's a lot of women who say, you know what, girl, I know you full of shit. And I know what you doing to that man is full of shit. But I'm going to sit back and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You
right.
Okay.
You right.
I like that. I'm going to give it one more second. 30 seconds. 30 seconds and I'm going to shut up. If we have more people who are willing to say, I'm going to tell you the truth versus telling you what feels good, it would be a lot of fathers still connected to their children versus weaponizing things against them. Bye. Go.
I agree with that because I'm not the friend. Kelsey is not the friend that's going to sit back and watch you weaponize your child in the situation or not tell you the truth just to make you feel good. That's not what I'm about. If you wrong, you wrong. Period. And I expect the same thing. Are we not grown adults where we should be able to say things to one another and nobody gets so upset and so offended to where the friendship or the relationship ended just because I gave you a truth that you need to hear. But that's what the relationship is about. So from that perspective, Mario, I cannot sit back a man not have a relationship with his kids because my girlfriend decided she wanted to take matters into her own hands and use the child against it. I'm not that friend. I cannot subscribe to that. I will not.
And I'll add to it. You are 100% right. And I don't want to take away from anything I said, but just know that I was coming from one perspective. I do and am aware that there are women out there who do that. There are some really trifling women out here. Yeah, and the advice that I want to give to brothers, and I've said this on one of my podcasts, brothers, find one woman that you won't sleep with. Find one woman that you won't try to fuck and trust her. Make sure she's got the right headspace. Make sure she's got the right mindset. Make sure she is team you. And if you know that woman is team you, please listen when we tell you that a woman is no good for you, because we are never wrong.
We are never wrong. We are never wrong. When we tell you something from the heart, Allison is absolutely correct. Because we love and care about you, we're not telling you this just because we hating or something like that or want something out of it. No, we're telling this because we have general love and emotional feelings for you and care about your well-being. If we tell you she ain't no good, she ain't no good. And I like to add to that statement as well. If you're with someone who is keeping you from seeing your children because the children you're married. I'll give you an example. You're married and you have a child with an outside female, and they just because they don't get along with each other, you're choosing not to be involved in that child's life. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. You deserve to have a relationship with your child, and if the person you're with is keeping you from having a relationship with that child just because they don't like the girl, like the ex-girlfriend, then I'm gonna need you to have a conversation with that woman because apparently she's not for you.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say this too. We are talking, and it's very true. There are women who will use men who will use the kids as pawn towards the men. But brothers, I need you to stop using your kids as walls to avoid becoming close to other women. Every time you get close to a woman, stop using your kid as a wall. Well, you know, I got kids. The minute you start to feel something emotionally, now you want to spend more time with your kids. The minute the woman wants to tell you that she doesn't feel like you're giving her adequate time, you want to use the kid as an excuse to shut her up, because if she keeps talking, she'll now look like she's selfish. And we both know that's not true. Stop using your kids as walls as well. The right woman is not going to keep you from your child, but please also understand that the right woman is also not going to constantly play back seat because you have that child. If you pursued her, if you decided you wanted to be with her, then you have to learn to balance it out. She doesn't need to learn how to deal with less. That's not how this works.
So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, these ladies that's on the panel right now, the tough love panel, everybody can't get on this motherfucking panel. Let me just put that shit out there right now. I'm a certain type of motherfucker, you dig? I'm telling y'all, I'm a certain type of hold on. But here's my thing. Like I deliberately sought after some certain people. But let me tell you something right here. Here's the thing. There's a lot of shit going on during this pandemic. There's a lot of things coming to fruition in regards to what is realistic, what is unrealistic, what is a priority. You dig what I'm saying? I know that some people date people out of a necessity to just have somebody there. Whether it's vagina, whether it's penis, whether it's a combination of both, you know how you do, you nasty motherfucker. Hold on. I'm just saying, the fact of the matter is that we are all getting older. We're getting more mature by the day.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And as we get more mature by the day, there's certain things it's like, yo, I'm not really feeling that. I'm feeling this. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that man in that button up. I'm feeling that woman in that cocktail dress. I'm feeling traveling a little bit more. I'm feeling buying this property. I'm feeling getting my credit score right. I'm feeling opening up this business. Certain things get really sexy to you as you get older. I get it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so check it. There's a lot of things happen when we as men and women we have children together. Some of us we get children from one night stands, situationships, personal relationships, professional relationships, whatever type of way the penis entered the vagina, and there was some huckabucking.
There was some pumping and a sweat is what was happening.
Pumping and sweating, okay? But that being said, I understand that people feel a certain type of way. And for some people, they don't want that situation to end. Like you was the alpha and omega to their vagina, and you was the alpha and omega to their penis, and I get it. I totally get it. Don't let your children suffer for your ego.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your
Yeah.
children feel as if they are the victim of a toxic relationship. I'm saying this because that there are children out there that are going to grow up into a situation that, because social media is so popular, because you've involved your family in toxic friends, you've told your coworkers, they're going to grow up in an environment where those people that's on the outside of that relationship are going to instill inside that child certain things that you don't want that child learning. You never want someone to say F the other parent.
Mm.
You guys created you guys created a child. You guys are a team. And when you weaken one side of the team, it makes that child vulnerable. And as long as you make that child vulnerable, they are acceptable or susceptible to drugs, alcohol, abuse, the streets, all
All
types
of
of
it.
shit.
Yeah, you're right.
All of it. All of it.
Think about
Setting
that.
them up.
You think about
Yeah.
that. That's all
You're
I got
right.
to say. Ladies, if you want to expound on that, expound on that. It is what it is.
Yep.
You can go ahead, Kelsey.
You're setting them up. You're setting the kid. You're setting the children up. You're causing all sorts of things that you might not really want for that child, all because we can't come to any type of an agreement or anything from that perspective. The child did not ask to get too laid down, and a child was created, and that happened. It created. Now the circumstances after the fact, after the child created, it happened again. Two grown adults had nothing to do with the child. So please, I ask you, men and women, when it comes to that child, govern yourself accordingly. And again, I can't stress this yourself enough. The walls and all the reasons and the stories that you've made up in your head about the why you can't see your child, why you can't do this, whatever the case may be, I ask and I implore you to stop all that. Cut it out. Stop all of that. Because that child is the most important thing. And that child is your legacy. So pour into that relationship as much as you possibly can. The adults or adults work that stuff out later. But the child, make sure that that child is healthy and that you are being an active parent in their life and contributing to their mental health and emotional well-being, because mental health is a big thing. And if the child is seeing outside, you're messing with their mental and emotional health.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. VIP, what's up? Let's go.
So here's what I'll say. So for those who have followed me, you know that I am a now 12-year domestic attack survivor. My ex-husband in August 20th of 2008 decided to try to end my life with a baseball bat and a knife. I ended up in ICU for 10 days, and the police back home in North Carolina waited in my room for a time of death and put me in the homicide department. They didn't think I was going to make it. Nobody thought I was going to make it. I want to share that because I also want you to know my son was 2 at the time. And at that point, what basically happened, I told my ex-husband I was tired of feeling like I only gave birth to 1 child, but I felt like I was raising 2. I wasn't getting help. He just was not growing up. I asked for a separation. I didn't ask for a divorce. He decided to try to kill me instead. Up till that point, we were very close with my in-laws. My son would go to see his grandparents every other weekend, and he would go to my hometown to see my mom during the summer. That's what we did. I want you guys to know that I didn't miss a beat on that. When I was sitting in ICU, when I got out of ICU, when I had to start life over because he did this at the same time that the recession hit, and 3 months after I got back to work, I lost my job. All through that, he's in prison. Everyone who cared about me and I understood why they were coming from the mindset that they were, most of them were telling me to keep my son away from my ex-husband's side of the family. And the decision I made was to keep everything like it was, because he didn't pick his father. Well, I didn't even really pick his father. I got pregnant on the pill, but that's another story. My point is, that is who his father is. And I knew the only way for me to effectively raise him correctly was for him to have access to both sides of the family. Now, my son knows what his father did. I told him the version that just gave facts. I didn't do what a lot of women do, which is add my emotion into it, talk down about him, make him get to the point that he hated him, because hating him is not my goal. My goal is for him to just simply know what happened, so that when he's ready to talk to his father, he can move on and have that relationship when he's ready. I want to share that because I want you guys to understand this isn't a competition. I'm not going to say, well, if I could be near death and not hate my child's father, then you can do the same. I don't know your situation or your emotions. What I do know is you love your kid just like I do. And because I know you love your kid like I do, you have to get to a point. I don't know how long it will take. You got to get to a point where you can start to see that person that you thought was going to be your everything, that person that you thought was going to be with you forever, the person that probably was having sex with you and said, I want you to have my baby, and then disappear. There's some men who do that too. Disappeared as soon as you said you were pregnant. I get it. But the thing that helped me was to stop seeing him as my husband and to just see him as my son's father. If you will break that romantic tie and stop seeing him as your ex or the person that you were engaged to or the person that you were in love with, if you will just sever that connection, as painful as it will be, and just see him as the father. Don't worry about who he's dating. Even if he tries to throw in your face, which is what I need brothers to understand, is one of the things that you cause your own drama with. If you want to see other women, see other women. You don't need to bring them around the mother. Respect the fact that she might be hurting, even if you no longer care. Sever what you thought he was with who he still is, and just deal with him on that level. That's it. That's all you got to do.
That level. That's all you got to do. That is all you have to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to slow this down before I end this thing. You guys have heard some phenomenal experiences, some extraordinary testimonies, and I really appreciate you guys for rocking with us, for sharing, for liking. I really encourage you all to follow these young women, these experienced women, these phenomenal women. I really encourage you to go to their organizational platforms and support them. And the same is the fellas. My thing is, before I leave here, before I get out of this, one, I want to give thanks to these women for even coming on my platform and sharing their institutional knowledge and their daily experience. Thank you very much. I'm honored. I'm privileged. I really appreciate that. As we go into the new year, people look for New Year's resolutions. Even after Christmas, they like, yo, I really want to do something bigger and better, to empower myself. You ladies have given numerous examples of overcoming adversity and understanding what adversity is and what to do. So thank you for providing solutions. And I believe that's what tough love is all about. Not only beating someone down or chin checking them, but giving them an option. And I believe that you ladies have given them an option. And I'm hoping that people see that. For me, I believe that this is an opportunity for us to all to grow. Find men and find women that are willing to have a tough conversation, that are willing to say, listen, Hey, you want to travel? I'm with that. You want to build a business? I'm with that. You want to buy a new home? I'm with that. You going to the gym? I'm with that. You want to play spades and get your head knocked off? Cool. I'm with that. I want people to say, Mario, where you live at, so we can connect and we can be. I want people to reach out to me and vice versa. So, ladies and gentlemen, let this be a platform. If it doesn't empower you, let it encourage you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It may be a neighbor that's reaching out to you. It may be a coworker, a church member. It may be a friend that you thought was an enemy, but you didn't really know how to take them. Feel them out, because this is an opportunity for us to all grow. We have tackled a lot of tough conversation tonight. It's a lot of great conversation and solutions that's been given tonight. I'm going to be quiet and allow these ladies to tell you how you can find them. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let the VIPs talk real quick. Go ahead, ladies. Do y'all think?
Mine is gonna be real short and simple. You can find me under Kelsey Danielle, and that's KALCEY Danielle DONYEL on Facebook and on Instagram. So I'm always there. I generally go. I'm generally posting on my love and relationship series is what I'm really doing right now. So I'm doing everything about love and relationships. The platform of basically of my love and relationship series is geared toward getting back to the old school form of dating, where there was courtship. Bringing courtship is what I'm all about courting and actually opening doors and the gentleman being gentlemen and the cutting out the WYD and texting and all those things that don't lead to anything. So if you want to get more information and stuff and just love relationships in general, follow me on my page on Kelsey Danielle on Instagram or on Facebook. And I look forward to chatting with you guys.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. No doubt.
Peace and blessings, y'all. I am the Petite Powerhouse. And I'm Allison Denise, relationship coach. My platform is all about, I'll just say it like this. I don't have a tendency to side with gender. I side with behavior. There is right behavior. There is wrong behavior. And if you don't want the truth, don't ask me. So my platform is no nonsense, but it's always rooted in love. I believe in the power of love. I know love can transform. I know love can heal. I know love has a potential to take us further than we could ever go on our own. And the passion that you see is because I'm tired of seeing love being perverted to the point that when people have real love in front of them, they're scared to touch it. And they're scared to address it. They're scared to receive it. And then they start to self-sabotage and they start to push it away. So my platform shows you how to not only be accountable for yourself, but to not accept someone else who is not being accountable with their bullshit. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on Facebook under Allison Denise. You can also find my official page. I am Allison Denise. That is also my handle for Instagram as well as YouTube. I also host the Allison Denise podcast on Tuesday afternoons from 2 to 3 Central, where I answer relationship questions live. So you can feel free to DM any questions that you have to Facebook, to Instagram. You can email me at the adpodcast2020@gmail.com. And if you would like your own personal session with me, feel free to go to my official site, AllisonDenise.com, and click on Book Allison. You can go ahead and pick your schedule, time, and all that good stuff from there. That's it.
Listen. I don't know if y'all guys excited, but I'm excited because I like to bring quality people to the situation. I like to expose quality people, and I feel like I've done that, especially going towards the new year. You know how you like, I need somebody in my life that's going to empower me, that's going to motivate me, that's going to push me. Motherfuckers, I believe I'm doing that shit. I believe I'm putting women that can tell you the truth and push you. I'm happy about that. Listen, I don't know if y'all can see my babies. Hold on. Can I move this shit? I got some babies over here. Like these like hold on. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think you can see my babies. Like I got 5 babies. Like I got 5 daughters, and I'm so proud of these little girls. But the fact of the matter is, I'm also proud of the fact that I'm able to bring you all women that can articulate improvement, empowerment, and not just to deflect. Some shit is some shit, but to also reflect.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've put their information into the comments. Make sure you go and support these women. Please support the Tough Love Podcast. I'm about to get off of this and go spend time with the fam. But before I leave here, I want you guys to have a great night, have a great weekend, and a dodo. Thank you to all my guests. Thank you to all the viewers. Subscribe, like, share, all that good shit. All that good shit. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. I'm about to get my drink on. All right. I love y'all.
Peace.
Love you.
All right.
Bye.
You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight for me, I'ma fight for myself. Walk 100 miles in these shoes, you should've seen how I felt. Oh, yeah. You ain't gotta like me, I like myself. You ain't gotta love me, I love myself. You ain't gotta fight